I wanted to share something with you that is very, very special and close to my heart. It's a gentleman named Eustace Mullins. Unfortunately, back in the 80s when he was putting a majority of his books out, I was unaware of him. I was unaware of the situations that have unfolded in our country that has completely and utterly brought us to the brink of destruction. This book here is called Murder by Injection: The Story of the Medical Conspiracy Against America. I will put this link below so you can find all this fantastic information. This book is online for free, and you have no reason not to know the truth, because the truth will set you free. Even though we have the internet and all these wonderful tools to increase our knowledge, many people get confused. They can't see what is true and what is false because of the amount of enormous information presented to them, and the fact that as a society we are being dumbed down at a rate that is nothing short of phenomenal. The food we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink, and of course, vaccinations. So I'm just going to take a moment here and encourage you to read this book. It's free. Reality is just one click away. But I'm going to read the foreword that is in this book, and it is very, very awakening, and it explains a little bit more about Eustace Mullins, where he came from, what he was doing, and of course now he is no longer with us. The present work, the result of some 40 years of investigative research, is a logical progression from my previous books. The expose of the international control of monetary issue and banking practices in the United States, a later work revealing the secret networks of organizations through which these alien forces wield political power, the secret committees, foundations, the political parties through which their hidden plans are implemented, and now to the most vital issue of all, the manner in which these depredations affect the daily lives and health of every American citizen. Now, despite the great power of the hidden rulers, we found that only one group has the power to issue life or death sentences to any American, and that is our nation's physicians. I discovered that these physicians, despite their great power, were subject themselves to very strict controls over every aspect of their professional lives. These controls, surprisingly enough, were not wielded by any state or federal agency, although almost every other aspect in American life is now under the absolute control of the bureaucracy. The physicians have their own autocracy, a private trade association called the American Medical Association. Now, this group, which is headquartered in Chicago, Illinois, had gradually built up its power until it assumed total control over medical schools and the accreditation of physicians. The trail of these manipulators led me straight to the same liars of the international conspirators whom I exposed in my previous books. I knew they already had looted America, reduced its military power to a dangerously low level, and imposed bureaucratic standards and controls on every American. I now discovered that their conspiracies also directly affected the health of every American. This conspiracy has resulted in a documented decline in the health of our citizens. We now rank far down the list of civilized nations in infant mortality and other significant medical statistics. We were able to document the shocking record of these cold-blooded tycoons who had not only planned to carry out famines, economic depressions, revolutionary wars, and revolutions themselves, but also find their greatest profits in their manipulations of our medical care. The cynicism and malice of these conspirators were something beyond the imagination of most Americans. They deliberately mulcate our people through millions of dollars each year through charitable organizations and use these same organizations as key groups to bolster their medical monopoly. Fear and intimidation are the basic techniques by which the conspirators maintain their control over aspects of our health care, as they ruthlessly crush any competitor who challenges their profits. As in other aspects of their behavioral control over the American people, their most consistently used weapon against us is their employment of federal agents and federal agencies to carry out their intrigues. The proof of this operation may be the most disturbing revelation of my work. Eustace Mullins, February 22nd, 1988. I would encourage you to check out this book, along with the many others that Eustace Mullins had written. Look at his life history, his story. Nothing short of unbelievable. A man at the right place at the right time. A hero among heroes who was brave enough to speak out. Now it's up to you to take his gift that he has given to you and that I am sharing, and to educate yourself in ways that you thought were once unbelievable and unattainable. God bless you all. We are in the final stage of humanity.